Behind Freddy Fazbear himself, the most consistent character in Five Nights at Freddy's is Chica the Chicken. Even though frequently overshadowed, Chica is almost always present, to the point where even when the new Glamrock band swapped out some of the original bandmates, she still remained in her role as Freddy's right-hand chick. Today we're going to be taking a look at the many appearances and changes that have happened to this character over the years. You might be surprised how much a character like Chica, who often falls into the background, has to bring to the table. Chica was introduced in FNAF 1 alongside bandmates Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, and Foxy. The only female animatronic at the time, and technically the first female animatronic, Chica's deal was her food-themed design. She would carry around a cupcake, named Carl if you didn't know, wore a bib that said "Let's eat," and would occasionally be heard banging around in the kitchen. Chica and Bonnie both play the role as the easier and more frequent threat, appearing in all the nights and becoming slightly more difficult as the nights progress. In fact, she acts very much like Bonnie, just coming down the opposite hallway. This admittedly might be part of the reason why she didn't stand out as much as someone like Foxy, but she did have her fans. There's not much more to say about Chica in FNAF 1, so we'll move on to her FNAF 2 appearance. Technically taking place before FNAF 1, we are introduced to two new forms of Chica, one of which is Toy Chica, a state-of-the-art animatronic built for the new Freddy's, sporting a leaner design along with a set of new security measures. Now, normally I would go further in the Toy Chica, but like Mangle, who detaches so far from Foxy, Toy Chica's sort of got her own characterization and spin-off from the initial Chica character. By which I mean she might need to get her own video, so I might be brushing over her a little more than usual. Especially since there's another form of classic Chica located in the Pizzeria. Withered Chica, who is Chica after she was raided for parts and tossed in the back, is in a disastrous state of disrepair, to the point where she even puts Withered Foxy to shame. Withered Chica's hands have been removed, her mouth has been broken open, and now she has a rather garish expression with her eyes almost sunken into her head, and her facial features a little more accurately bird-like. Chica makes her way to your office, and you have to put on the Freddy mask to trick her into leaving. And that's pretty much it. At least the only real significance in the game, but we'll be getting back to Withered Chica later on. Chica returned again in FNAF 3 as Phantom Chica. You may spot Phantom Chica on an arcade cabinet. If you do, and then look left, she will be waiting there to jump scare you. Like the other Phantoms, this messes up your stats, but doesn't end your run. Fun fact, but Phantom Chica was frequently nicknamed Watermelon Chica because of the smoke marks on her green-tinged round body, giving her a somewhat melon appearance. This was so prevalent it was actually brought up in FNAF World. There is a Toy Chica-centered minigame as well called Chica's Party. Toy Chica wanders around and takes cupcakes to children. One of the children is clearly a ghost. Chica glitches through the floor and falls into a room full of shadow cupcakes. Like most of the FNAF 3 minigames, this pretty much just seems to be about how the animatronics are haunted and suffering. Not really much else to say about it. There's also a minigame showing Chica getting bodied by the Purple Man like the rest of her bandmates. Business as usual, you know. Chica returns yet again in FNAF 4, both as Nightmare Chica and as a mask one of the bullies wears. Though Nightmare Chica is the more important figure here. Like Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica wanders down the hallway and tries to get in. Nothing new, really. The only significant thing about Chica is not her, but her cupcake. Nightmare Carl the Cupcake can actually jump scare you in this game, though it is a rare occurrence. Seemingly, it's just an alternate jump scare to Nightmare Chica. There's also a Halloween variation of Chica called Jack-O-Chica. Chica lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. Neat. If you haven't noticed a pattern already, Chica is a very present character in the FNAF series, but most of the time she doesn't have exclusive mechanics, unlike Foxy. In fact, up until this point she virtually has the same mechanic as some variation of Bonnie, save FNAF 3 where her mechanics are pretty much similar to everyone else's. But let's continue because it's after this point where the cycle breaks. In FNAF World, Chica, Withered Chica, Toy Chica, Phantom Chica, and Nightmare Chica all return as playable characters. Chica, Withered Chica, and Toy Chica play largely as an assist character, and all have cupcake moves that can heal the party, along with some other boosts. Phantom Chica plays largely into her own toxicity, a trait carried by the Phantom line, and Nightmare Chica is largely just a brawler, though she does have the same exact water hose move that Toy Chica has, which has a chance to kill all enemies under a certain health percentage. The only significant role Chica has in that game is Chica's Magic Rainbow, a minigame added in the Halloween update. Basically, Chica has to go through a cutesy yet booby-trapped level while a friendly rainbow devolves into snide insults the more she dies in the level. This wouldn't be too significant, except the rainbow itself is actually the final boss of the Halloween update after it pulverizes Purplegeist, some ghostly embodiment of assumedly Afton. After this, FNAF went in a partially new direction with the introduction of Sister Location. New bandmates Circus Baby and Ballora arrived, and Chica was the only character to not return as a Funtime. Well, not in this game. Funtime Chica does exist, and comes back as a character in Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night. To quickly go through Funtime Chica's deal so I don't have to come back to it later, Funtime Chica is the best and most expensive animatronic in Pizzeria Simulator, having the highest entertainment and the lowest risk. In Ultimate Custom Night, she appears as a distraction, popping up on the screen but otherwise doing nothing to harm the player. Here's a clip of her voice.
I'm ready for my close-up. Today is all about me.
The only mention of Chica in Sister Location, though, is technically not in the game, but in a source code teaser before the game came out, and where there is a mention of Chica's Party World. Some have speculated that this might be connected to the minigame in FNAF 3, Chica's Party. There's no confirmation of this, but the specific wording could suggest a connection. Other than that, Chica's Party World has never returned in any FNAF game. But since we're talking about Pizzeria Simulator, and we are pretty much done with Sister Location, let's get into her other appearances in that game. A new variation of Chica, Rockstar Chica, is introduced. She has no lines or appearances in the nights and is really just a new variation of Chica solely for the Pizzeria Sim section of the game. But this is changed in Ultimate Custom Night, where nearly every variation of Chica, save the Phantom and FNAF World ones, returns, and many of them have brand new voices for the characters. Technically, Toy Chica and Nightmare Chica got voices in a spin-off Star Fox parody minigame in FNAF World, but while Toy Chica technically has the same voice actress, both voices are more a parody than the actual voices. Here's a clip of both.
Alright, I'm ready for action!
Sorry I'm late to the party. Fashionably late, of course.
Now, on to Ultimate Custom Night. There are a lot of Chicas here, so let's break them down one at a time. First off is the traditional classic Chica. Chica chills in the kitchen with the puppet and bangs around on pots and pans with the music. However, she might get bored with the tune, so if you hear those pots stop a-banging, you better change the music to get her going again. But if you change it while she's grooving, she'll come after you. Chica, unlike the other Chicas, does not have any new voice lines. Withered Chica is one of the vent animatronics like Innard, Molten Freddy, and Springtrap, with the chance being that if she gets past your defenses, she might jam up the vent and make it so nobody else can get by. With some luck, you can get Chica to clog up the vent long enough to hold back the others, but at any time, she might just slide free and jump scare you instantly. Not only does Withered Chica have a new set of voice lines, but some of her voice lines hold a surprising amount of backstory relevance to her character. I will play them.
Let me show you how to break your face and look like me. I was the first. I have seen everything. I have seen him, the one you shouldn't have killed.
Firstly, the I was the first, I saw everything seems to be a reference to her being the first of the missing children to have been killed. Now, I should mention that unlike the other animatronics who have had the names of the children possessing them switched around and changed occasionally, Chica's is consistent. The girl possessing her is named Susie, and she is pretty much the missing child with the most attention given to her. Though, since I'm going into variations of Chica herself, I will only brush over Susie loosely in this video and delve into her fully at a later date. The other line references the one you shouldn't have killed, a character frequently referenced to being the driving force behind Ultimate Custom Night. Again, something I won't tackle here, but it is worth noting. It is also worth noting how odd it is that Withered Chica has a voice, albeit broken, but original Chica does not. Toy Chica's gimmick is that she slides in and you have to put on the mask quickly to trick her and ward her off. Here is Toy Chica's voice.
Where's my beak? Lodged in your forehead, of course. Let's go somewhere more private, so I can eat you.
Nightmare Chica is a secret animatronic only brought in by JJ. When she arrives, you can see her teeth around your screen, and you must blast the AC to drive her off. She doesn't have any new voice lines either. Rockstar Chica comes up outside the doors and is raring to go and able to come in. But she has one grave fear, the one thing that may keep her at bay. Her crippling fear of slipping on a wet floor. So you just pop the wet floor sign to whichever door she's about to come through. Rockstar Chica has some lines, with the most notable thing being her distinct accent from the other Chicas. Here you go.
That's right! And don't you come back now, you hear? I may not like wet floors, but the smell of fresh meat is just too enticing!
Finally, we have Jack-O-Chica. So Jack-O-Chica's deal is that she pops up when it gets too hot. Once it gets hot enough, she hangs outside the door where you have to close both of them quickly. However, if the office is over 100 degrees, it won't do any good. You need to crank the AC to make sure she gets moving. She too has some new lines.
I am a burning reminder of your misdeeds. Greetings from the fire and from the one you should not have killed.
Like Withered Chica before her, she also mentions the one you shouldn't have killed. Note that I'm not saying there's a huge connection between Chica and this character, since many characters mention them. If anything, this might at least prove a separation between herself and her variations and him, as they seem to refer to him as a separate entity. There is also Funtime Chica, who we mentioned before. Here's another taste of her voice.
Don't get distracted.
With that, we finally finish up Chica's lengthy Ultimate Custom Night section and finally move on to Help Wanted. Chica, Toy Chica, Withered Chica, Phantom Chica, all of them appear again since FNAF 1, 2, and 3 are all there. In addition, Chica gets her own mission in the Parts and Service mission, where you have to fix and clean her up. As expected from a robot that supposedly eats, she also reeks, filled with moldy food and covered in roaches. Basically, you pick off the food, release the roaches, gas her, put on her arm, put on her cupcake, gas her, grab her fleeing cupcake, and then if you still have an appetite, wolf down some pizza. Delicious. There's also a harder blacklight mode that requires the same thing, except those harmless roaches have been replaced with terrifying spiders and even more roaches. And her cupcake is now Nightmare Cupcake. Though, funny enough, Help Wanted also gives us something notable. Sort of. In the unreleased Freddy Fazbear theme song from the unimplemented show stage, we hear what might be Classic Chica's voice. And notably, this is the only time Classic Chica has a voice.
Hey, I'm Chica, the lady of the group. My singing is a treat.
So sweet.
But keep an eye on your pizza.
'Cause I'm a bird who likes to eat. Nom 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 nom.
It fits her pretty well, admittedly. Though, because this never made it into the game, we can't say for sure if this is confirmed or official. Even if it is, it might just be like a one-off thing. Still, it's a pretty cool addition. Especially considering FNAF AR. Chica returns again in FNAF AR as one of the easier characters, alongside Bonnie, Freddy, and the Endo. She stomps around, makes breathing noises, and eventually charges. And when she charges for real, you zap her and she's done. Unfortunately, unlike Mangle, Foxy, Toy Freddy, and a few of the others, Chica does not get new voice lines in this game. So there's no new traits to glean from her character, unfortunately. She does, however, get quite a few skins: Liberty Chica, Scorching Chica, and Little Red Chica. However, Jack-O-Chica is a character and gets plenty more lines. Here's a few of them.
Seems like things are heating up. Be careful not to burn yourself. I'm much too hot for you to handle. Not fair. Not fair! I wasn't ready! You can never put me out!
Toy Chica is also present in FNAF AR and gets a few skins of her own. In Freddy in Space 2, Chica is an unlockable character unlocked by completing Level 2. Her special ability is that her weapon lobs cupcakes in a sort of arc, and upgrading her throws bigger and further cupcakes. The second level has plenty of enemies based off of Chica variations. Firstly, there's an enormous bird-themed robot stalking you through the level in the background. Robots based off of a high school toy Chica, Chica Terminators, and large cupcake cannons are also very common enemies. And the bosses consist of Robo-Chica Work in Progress, a head of a Chica robot with a floating cupcake, already ate Chica, an overstuffed Chica variant belching up all sorts of horrors, and the Chica Defense Network, a brain in a jar, surrounded by swimming cupcakes. Now, finally, we move on to Security Breach, where Chica all but went through her biggest change of the series. Well, sort of. Glamrock Chica is the newest variation of Chica and is a standing example of how much Chica has changed over the games. Yellow and orange to pink and white, round to slender, constant cupcake companion to cupcake theming, but no longer constantly stuck with a platter in hand. It really has been a long road, though one thing hasn't changed, and that is Chica's insatiable hunger in food-based theming. Glamrock Chica comes off as sweet in her marketing and in some of her lines,
Your family is looking for you.
but in reality, she is two-faced, revealing a sinister undertone when in pursuit of her chosen target.
Let me take you to your parents.
Going so far as to offer candy to lure in children, something that was clearly done on purpose.
Who wants candy?
It is unclear if this personality was entirely spawned by the corruption from Vanny and Afton, but some of her quirks seem to have been around for a while, including her nasty habit of eating garbage. Chica cannot control herself. At the smell of pizza, she will come running and shove her way past anything and everything to reach pizza. Or green drink ooze that's pizza flavored, in the case of the discontinued Monty Mystery Mix, which had to be discontinued because of Chica's behavior surrounding it. This is used as bait to lure Chica into the trash compactor to put her out of commission and retrieve her coveted voice box as an upgrade. An upgrade that, according to messages left in duffel bags, scrambles staff bots and has led to her no longer being allowed to sing. Which is fine, as Chica's true skill is on the guitar. Towards the beginning of the game, we are able to catch a glimpse of Chica shredding in her green room. She does seem to have some degree of skill, not just on the stage, but when on her own. Speaking of her green room, it's overflowing with pizza boxes, foodstuff, and other trash. Indeed, Chica seems to have a serious problem with her appetite, one that is literally consuming her, and one that, from what we can see from the messages, no one's really doing anything about. Something that doesn't help, and a good example of her unhealthy fixation with food, is her main attraction, Mazercise. Mazercise is an exercise room for patients to work out in, with an attached maze for the kids to play in. However, the real gimmick of Mazercise isn't the maze at all.
Welcome to Mazercise. Work off the calories while you eat. Sign up for a membership pass today. Super cool perks include discounts on pizza, nachos, fries, and cookies. Now that's the smell of fitness.
People working out in Mazercise are encouraged to purchase food and eat while working out, or eat and work out afterwards to work it off, or work out first and then be rewarded with junk food. None of these options are healthy. It's just another sign of how rampant the Pizzaplex runs with consumerism, where they can't even let their exercise room exist without stuffing it full of something to sell. In this case, food, possibly the worst option for a workout room. And having Chica, an animatronic with control issues so severe that she can't resist eating garbage to sate herself, be the figurehead of this attraction is both unsettling and very fitting. Chica has a second attraction too in the form of the Cupcake Shop. It's a hidden and largely unused location tucked away in the second floor between Monty Golf and Mazercise. This is also where the arcade machine for Chica's Cut minigame is kept, a minigame that through hacking can be played but was not implemented into the game. A faux cupcake factory with a Carl the Cupcake statue and a slew of destroyed displays, likely mangled by Chica herself at some time in the night. Now, Shattered Chica is the name given to Glamrock Chica once she has been heavily damaged by the trash compactor. Missing her beak, in a possible homage to Toy Chica long before her, Shattered Chica staggers around in a dumping zone underneath the Pizzaplex hunting Gregory. Her head spinning around and shrieking out in shrill mechanical sounds now that she can no longer speak. She's a mess. But as we established, Chica wasn't exactly all there to begin with. She follows Gregory out of the basement and continues stalking the premises. one last note on Glamrock Chica before we move on. Fun fact, did you know that Glamrock Chica initially had a Valley Girl accent? So, sometime after Security Breach released, these samples of Chica's voice got out, revealing that initially she was supposed to have a heavy Valley Girl accent.
Like, where are you? Who wants candy? This area is totally off limits. Your parents, want you to follow me.
I'm torn on these. While I think her current voice is much more sinister in how it dips from sweet to sour, the Valley Girl accent kind of fits with the stylized theming they're trying to go with the Pizzaplex, and would better fit the haughty nature of the untouchable rock star. But, I think in the long run, what we got was better. Chica will be returning again in Ruin in a more devastated state. While we haven't gotten a name on her yet, the moniker Ruin Chica has been thrown around, and even if it's not official, it seems to fit her pretty well. But before Security Breach released, there was also a side game in the vein of Freddy in Space 2, and that was Security Breach Fury's Rage, a beat-em-up in the style of Streets of Rage. Glamrock Chica is a playable character, while one of the enemies is a Chica variant. Okay, with all the current games out of the way, let's move on to the books. In The Silver Eyes, Chica plays a similar role to her of her bandmates. They come, they chase Charlie and her friends around, and they drag Afton off at the end. There's other things, but unlike Foxy and Golden Freddy who get specific spotlights, Chica is pretty much just an interchangeable baddie along with Freddy and Bonnie. Chica returns in the Twisted Ones in a similar vein, appearing with them in the basement of Police Chief Clay Burke, waking up to fight the Twisted Ones and then disappearing into the fog afterwards, only to wind up stuck to an amalgam in the fourth closet that is apparently described as looking like the Blob, but then looks like this in the graphic novel. Though, there is one thing I should take note of, and that is the situation with Twisted Chica. So Twisted Chica is a strictly merch-based character. She never appears in the Twisted Ones novel, basically having her spot filled by the Twisted Wolf, and simply as the vaguest reference in a single line. Not even as existing, but Charlie speculating that she might exist. I bring this up because she got a whole 2 pages in the character encyclopedia, and again, at least a few pieces of merch. Fazbear Frights has a few mentions of Chica as a background character, but her big story is Coming Home, one of the few stories that addresses the missing children incident directly, and to my knowledge, the only one featuring one of the missing children as a lead. Samantha is a young girl dealing with the death of her sister Susie. Susie, unable to move on and being hounded by none other than Chica, comes to Samantha needing help finding her old doll so that she can move on, to which Samantha, once realizing what she needs, helps her. It's a somber but bittersweet story. It's not often that we have a story that depicts the grief that the countless families must have been going through in a realistic way. It is definitely one of those stories that Fazbear Frights needed to have. Glamrock Chica has a few appearances in Tales of the Pizzaplex, but nothing really major, usually just short references occasionally here or there. Now, let's move on to our final segment of Chica's history, and that would be Chica's future. So far, we know she's appearing in Ruin as Glamrock Chica, but there has also been a recent wave of circus animatronics depicting rather detailed redesigns of Chica and the rest of her band. It's unclear what they will be used for, but it is a sign that her character is still going strong. I don't expect Chica to be going anywhere anytime soon. Even when she was seemingly bumped from the roster in sister location, she was quickly brought back into the fold, and she was the only bandmate to remain a major character alongside Freddy in Security Breach. Though, I don't ever really expect her to take on the role of the main lead or the main character anytime soon, unless Ruin's smaller scope lands her as one of the only major threats. But that being said, what do I think of Chica? I think she's great. I think she is one of the few characters who received a pretty big overhaul and then benefited from it. While I think initial Chica was neat on her own, the small changes over the series led to her eventually stepping out of the shadow and becoming more of her own character. Yet you can still see reflections of the she used to be. Now, I think I've gone on quite long enough, so I'm going to end things here. Thank you for watching. Have a sweet day.